Hello everyone, Zach here with the Goat Guys. Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to show you a replay between myself and Lolo888. You guys probably recognize him from the Blaze Beatdown video that I uploaded a couple weeks ago. So today we're going to be showing a fun match. I wanted to show off the hero deck in action. That you should have saw that list within the last couple weeks as well. And I also wanted to show this because Lolo's playing an interesting deck. We have a plant deck featuring Fairy King Truesdale. So yeah, let's get into this. He goes first, draws into a Serpent. He'll begin by just setting the Tomato and passing to me. I draw another Avian. I set Sangan in a back row and pass. He activates his Pot of Greed, drawing a Torrential Ring. Normal's a Grizzly and will go in. My Sangan, I get a King of the Swamp. I normal my own Sparkman, and I just smack into his Mother Grizzly just to let him get another one. And there is your second Grizzly. I set the MST. Pass. He draws into Heavy Storm, which is pretty good. I ring the Grizzly so he doesn't get the search off of it. He tributes his Tomato for King Truesdale. And he'll set a ring and pass on his own turn. Next we draw Mataz the Zapper. This hand is not doing anything. He draws Lord, summons his Lord Poison, gets in for 1500. So I draw, I just set the Mirror Force, and I'm like, well, I have to hope for the best. I set Avian too. Or Zapper, sorry. He of course has Breaker, and that pretty much wraps this game up. So I'm down to 14, I draw, and we just go into game 2. So game 2, I like to go first with heroes. And open a pretty solid hand. He opens Torrential, Lord Poison, MST, and Homunculus, the Alchemic Being. So I Rhoda, grab the Avian, shotgun the Poly. Let's get our boy Flame Wingman out there. I'll set a card and pass. He'll draw. He'll set 2 and pass. I'll knock his Sangan and go in for the 2100 damage with the Skydive Scorcher. He'll draw Nobleman. He'll actually just pass. I'm trying not to get punished by this literally in Mirror Force. Summons Homunculus and Torrentials. I draw, activate the Fusion Sage to add a Poly. Normal the Blade Knight, go in for the 1600 damage. And call it a turn there. He'll MST or Ring, and I'll chain the Ring on my Blade Knight, because I'm like, listen, I'm at a point where I can win. He activates Yumarika, which is an interesting field spell. It is like Gaia Power from the Earth Beatdown deck that Necromancy won our second Grand Prix with, where all your water monsters get 500 but lose 400, which is actually pretty cool. I draw into Sparkman, I Rhoda for Clayman, and then I will Poly the Sparkman and Clayman to summon Thunder Giant. Use Thunder Giant's effect, allow me to pitch the Zombira to pop his monster, and then go in for the game. So he just shows me that he's like, oh, I got Truesdale. We were playing this game over Discord in a call at this point. So now we go into our game 3. So he draws Grizzly, Yomi Ship, Mystic Tomato, Yumarika, Homunculus, and Call. So he starts off with Tomato and just passes on that. I draw, I exile, I just normal, that was normal, supposed to be normal, and I just end on that. He rips Pot of Greed. He's really good at ripping Pot of Greed against me. So, that's cool. He activates Umarika, and it's going to get in for quite a bit of damage, because he's going to use Homunculus' effect to switch him into a water monster. So I activate Fusion Sage to get the Poly. From here, I activate the Snatch Steal on the Homunculus and go in for 23. I was a little concerned to push on the Flame Wingman here, because I was looking at it like this. If that's Torrential, that is like a mega punish. And in hindsight, of course, you go for that. But, you know, I set the DD Warrior Lady, and I'm like, I'm thinking that's like torrential. This guy's really good at top decking outs to my guys, so he will banish the DD Warrior Lady with the knock, set a Yomi ship in hash. I'll draw. I'll activate Premature Burial. I was targeting the Exiled Force. So we go in for another 23. He uses Call Out Haunted. Alright, back to that. So he calls the Yomi ship, and I just smack into it. I'm like, whatever. I end my turn, and I should have just summoned the Flame Wingman, but I don't. Because, you know, I are totally good at this game. So I draw Torrential, and I go for the Poly to fuse Burstinatrix and Avian to summon the Flame Wingman. So Flame Wingman goes in, he'll take 16, and he'll summon the Homunculus. And unfortunately, I was hoping he'd be over-aggressive and try to go for the game. He does not. He draws. I draw a knock. I just hit the thing. I set my Swamp King. He gets Graceful. Draws really well. I Torrential on that. He sets his Torrential and passes. I rip Pot of Greed, drawing into 2 new cards. Normal to Sandgin. Get in for 1,000. And just hope he doesn't draw anything. He sets his Exiled Force. I draw. I switch Sandgin to defense mode. He draws Duo, which is really good. Hitting both my both my important cards. He passes. I just draw Mirror Force. I made a huge misplay last turn. I was just showing him that with King of the Swamp, I could have polyed with my Sandgin to make a 21 body, almost forcing the Torrential, and then getting the Sandgan search. I forgot about that. Drawn to Burstinatrix. I take that, I grab the King of the Swamp. I draw into Clayman, I set it. He rips Breaker, by the way, you know, that's fine. And that is all she wrote. So yeah, that was the game. I just wanted to show you that one because me and him had a good time with that one. Plus it shows off the hero deck, and it shows off an interesting Plant Truesdale kind of deck. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching the video. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.